Hi, everybody. Do you know the French for stuntman? I forgot the English version. It's cascadeur. So as we are all cascadeurs, you and me, we need to and we should take care of our security. And as developers, security means automated tests in CSS. And the emoji is the face of my colleagues when I told them I was talking about CSS and tests. And one of them told me, oh yes, the things with the screenshots. Not only. Actually, with CSS, I succeeded to do those things. No more syntax error, thanks to linter. I test my function with unit test. We'll see that after. I master my update impact. It means when I update my SASS code, I can visually see what changed in the generated CSS. I test visually my website with tools like Puppeteer. And finally, the screenshot to test visually the changes. So let's focus on those one because we have short time. For those, I will use two tools, the Jest framework to test and SASS. First, I install Jest. Just configure it with two attributes to say where are my tests and how the file are, the pattern of the file name, and then a script to execute the test. Just give me the ability to expect something to be something else. We'll see after how I will use it. And then when you test, you get those results. On the other end, I will use SASS, the Node.js version of SASS. I require it in my script, and this is the best part. SASS has a render sync method, which I can pass my SASS code, and it returns the generated CSS in a string. So now I have the ability I have a function to go from SASS code to CSS and an expect. Putting all together, I can test my function like this. I import the function SCSS file in the data of render sync. I test my function on a fake selector, and I expect the result to be the CSS I want to be returned by the function. So now, how can I master the update impact? It means, when I change something in the SASS, I want to visually detect what changed in the CSS. So for that, I will use snapshot testing. It means I edit my SCSS code. It generates a CSS. The test is always green because it's the first. Then I re-edit the SASS code, run the test, and as you can see, it's the same result. So everything is OK. And then I edit the SASS code another time. Something changed. Just tell me, oh, something is different. It does not mean it's an error, but it's different. And I have the ability to check what's the difference. And thanks to the update attribute options, I can say, OK, everything is OK. You can update the snapshot, and now that snapshot is the reference. To do that, it just gives a method called toMatchSnapshot, and that's it. You put the CSS and the expect, and that's it. So now we are able to test our function, to master the impact of our updates. And if you want to dig inside and see the example for all the other, you can check my repo made for this or ask me on Twitter. Thank you.